Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order. It is about 6:03. We're going to stand this up nice and tall so everybody can be heard. Let's see, we are going to do a roll call, which is Renee O'Donnell, Brian Carlisle, Cindy Grant, and Skip Smith is here tonight. How about that?
Gotta add him to the paper.
Yes, gotta add him to the paper. Done, done, and done. Okay. We have some warrants to approve. Most of us have gone through them all. Skip, you've got a couple to look at there.
The big
but
one I gotta look at, but you guys can approve.
okay, because we've both read them and
I'll
signed them.
look it over later.
Okay. So I'm going to read these as one lump sum, you guys, and make a motion. So I make a motion that we approve PY warrant number 4 for $2,061.50. AP warrant number 5 for $18,204.52. PY warrant number 6 for $3,265.38. AP warrant number 7 for $101,000. $101,062.71. PY warrant number 8 for $2,301.02. AP warrant number 9 for $5,680.48. PY warrant number 10 for $3,227.70. And AP warrant 11, and that total is $106,900. $106,934. Okay, so I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of the, all right, all passed. Minutes are tabled. We'll go right to department reports. Fire department report, see attached, it says. So there were 12 members. Do all our firefighters have gear? Yes. Oh my. Oh. Okay.
On the
Yeah,
other
there's a
side
note.
is the double-sided one.
Okay.
Fire's on one side and rescue on the other.
Okay, I was just gonna say, I did, these were all, okay, anybody have any questions about the fire report? Nope. Okay, any comments, you guys?
Dwight would like to speak to you. too.
Sure.
Where it's so dry,
Mm-hmm.
all our water supplies are dried up. We're gonna have to do something right off down here to the water supply. We've got the pump that's in there, but you can only fill so much and it overheats,
Okay.
okay?
That's the pump on the place in Route 9, down here on the
Yeah.
fire pond on Route 9?
Yeah.
We're talking about, okay.
Yeah. We've got that, Glenn's, and over here on 69. The one on 69 is a little iffy because of the location of it coming down over the hill, traffic-wise. Hamden has nothing up there, Dixmont's got nothing down there, Carmel's got nothing there. Everybody's dried up, and we've got the water there, we just gotta get it.
Okay. Can I ask you, do you think the pump is repairable, or are we looking at a new one, or what are you?
It should be a new one because it's got a flathead in it, and it's just, the old gal's just wore out. It's an old forestry pump, and Hamden had it before we did.
Okay, all right. Do you think you could get us a couple estimates, or do you want Cindy to get a couple estimates
On another
pumps?
pump?
On a pump?
Is that what you guys want to do as a fire department, or what are you recommending?
Yeah.
Fix the pump, or fix the hydrant, or both, or?
Well, by rights, it should be both. But for right now, it should be that dry hydrant. That should be priority, so we can get water. If that apartment house goes up, we can't lay a line from that up, because we have no way to get water.
Okay, so the dry, you're just saying the dry hydrant you would like to get
Right.
taken care
Should
of?
be first.
Should be first as soon as possible.
Okay,
That's been on the back burner for a long time anyway.
Yeah.
But we gotta do something, because like I say, it's dry.
And there is good water still
Yes,
in
there's
that
still a
pond?
lot
I
of water
wondered
left in that,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
The pond's down, but we still got a lot of
Yeah.
water left in it.
Every pond is down or
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, Glenn's is down, that's down. So,
okay.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Dwight, do you guys have one of the pumps that they put in a water source, like a lake or something, that draws from a lake?
Yes, we've got a portable pump, but it's on our brush truck because we got problems with the pump on the brush truck.
Right.
So it's on there. We could put that there. The only problem is we haven't got enough hard suction to go from flat land down to the water supply for that
So
pump.
one of those pumps wouldn't work in the fire pond?
No, because we could not supply enough water with that. That's only like, what does it skip, 150, 200 gallons a
I
minute?
think 250.
150 gallons a minute. So if you've got to work in fire somewhere.
They don't have them any bigger or?
Well, they do, I mean, but you're talking a lot of money for no, I'm talking about now.
How much did we get the estimate to fix that hydrant at? Do you remember, anybody
$13,000?
remember
How much?
that?
Wasn't it 13,000?
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. What if, let me ask you a couple questions, how this scenario would play out. If we get somebody in there to dig it out, do you guys still have all the parts and
Yes.
pieces? Okay, so you guys have all the parts and pieces.
Yes,
Could we, if we got somebody in there to dig it out, could you coordinate with them to install it?
yeah,
I mean, have a couple guys there, or do it at, we work around you guys?
we'll
you
do
know?
something
Okay, all
to
right.
get that done.
Who did we get that estimate
That
from?
was the guy that did the roads.
Yeah. Scott.
Preston.
And the thing is, that was a diver and all that stuff, because at that point it was quite high and
Mm-hmm.
Diver?
you can't pump it out.
Well, no, but
So in order to get somebody down there to make sure that was placed on the bottom, and that's what he come up with.
all right.
But
Well, why don't,
$13,000. How much do you suppose a new pump for the pump house would be? More than that?
Well, no, I don't know, I can't tell you, Skipper. I can't tell you,
Can-
13 grand sounds a lot for that to do what,
yeah,
He acknowledged that it was kind of a iffy thing for him because he didn't know what he was
didn't.
gonna run into.
yeah, he did say that.
yeah,
Yeah.
what the base thing is to get out in the pond, run a line down. All right, see your depth, okay? And then go from there. When you put your dry hydrant in, you wanna go in and come up. What they did is they went straight down, okay? If you go in and up, that's gonna save all the silt from getting in there,
Yeah,
so you won't have to back flush it.
Which
okay.
is why Glenn doesn't want to use dry hydrants anymore, or didn't because of the silt.
Yes,
Getting into the pumps on the truck, yes.
correct.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
when we were looking into this, there is a mechanism that they sell. It slides on to that pipe, it's like a set of legs that sets that up off
Yes.
the bottom, like this.
Yes,
So that you could put those on and set that down in and just let it set.
All right.
And it would set 3 feet off the bottom of the pond.
Which is probably the best way to do that, or a smart
as
way
far
to
as
do
a
it.
diver, I can't.
Well,
I
that's
really
what, Scott didn't know that much about it,
Yeah.
so.
Right,
he
I
went
agree
what
with
he-
that, I
yeah.
just, let's do two things, okay? Let's see if we can talk to Scott about revisiting the estimate, and the pond's down, he could probably drive right in there.
Mhm.
And at the same time, do you think we ought to get an estimate on the,
I'm
On a
just
new pump?
wondering what the pump would cost.
right,
I don't have a clue.
right,
I've never bought one for that size, because you got a pump, I don't know, 250, 300 gallons a minute practically, at 2.5 inch line.
right.
So it's gonna be a good
It's
sized
a big
pump,
pump.
right?
Right.
But I don't have any idea
Who,
what the price is.
who has that kind of material? Who sells those kind of pumps?
K&T up north sells it. The one that does our air truck, they sell it. There's a lot of places around that sell
They
it.
sell the pumps.
Well, you can get the whole thing. You can get the pump with an engine on it.
Right, right, just, it
Okay.
must be like a generator, you pull it, it creates, it
Right.
pulls the
So
suction.
you want me to
and
call
everything.
around and get some estimates on
Yeah,
those? And
yeah,
how much water, what am I looking at for?
250 gallons a minute at least,
250.
the least 250.
Maybe we could,
That still won't supply, if we have a fire up the apartment house, that still won't supply that. because you still gotta have something with more volume to push that water up. That's why the dry hydrant itself is the best, because you're drafted and you're pushing 1,200 gallons a minute. Okay, so in order to run, if you're gonna buy a pump and you want it just to do that and say the heck with a dry hydrant, then you're talking 1,200 gallons a minute.
So would it be better off to fix the dry hydrant?
Exactly, money wise.
Hitch the pumper up to it, pump through the truck, fill the tankers,
Correct.
and call it good right now.
Yep.
Do you
And we
have,
won't have to heat that building to heat the pump up,
right, that's true.
keep the pump on.
Do you
Well, you
have,
still do, because it still works, it just,
Overheat.
if you run it, you can 30 PSI skip. That's all you can put out of it. 30 pounds, that's it, because
That's
it'll
not
overheat.
much.
No, it's not, but it's enough. At the present time, we can fill
a truck with it?
a truck with it, but as far as an actual fire scene, you can't fill it fast enough with that pump.
No,
Okay.
you're never gonna fill 3 trucks.
So can
Okay.
I ask another question? What would be the difference between the pump that's in that pump house now and using that pump that I described earlier?
The one that floats on top of the
No,
water?
this one is
Gallon
one,
per minute.
yes.
Yeah,
So the one on the brush truck gets,
About
That's
150?
150.
and the pump house gets,
That's a I think that's 250, I think that's 200 or 250, I can't remember.
okay.
But you're going from a suction pipe, say 3-inch, okay, compared to your dry hydrant, which is 6-inch.
yeah, you're just getting a lot more flow.
You can
Right.
remove a lot more volume faster, hitched to a truck and run it through the truck's pump.
Do you got, I know you guys have the parts and pieces, do you have those legs that she was mentioning?
No.
No.
Okay, but that would be, you think that would be a good idea
Yeah.
if we were gonna fix that dry hydrant, put
Yeah.
that thing and keep it up off the bottom?
Yep,
Okay,
I think if we're gonna look at repairing the dry hydrant, then maybe we ought to look at taking the brush off that thing, clean it up, and,
okay,
there's a lot of work to that.
yeah, I know there is.
yeah.
In fact, I question the
But we do
stability of the
need
banks.
to, we need to make a plan to clean
Yes,
that up, fix
yes.
that fence,
Yes,
do it all the way around. That's a
and if we
deep
gotta spend
pond.
money now for this, will it be cheaper if we incorporate
Do it all at
getting
the
the
same
brush?
time?
Yes.
You gotta take the fence down anyways, you do, put the excavator in there.
Do we know who put the fence up? No.
Gary.
Gary Sidley probably.
Gary.
Gary, I
It's,
think.
yeah, but that's no big deal, taking the fence up. Whoever does the excavation can take it up, anybody can take it up, you just, it's only got clips where the poles are, and you just bring it right out.
Okay,
It's very easy.
okay,
So you ain't gonna hire nobody just to do that.
all right. Unless you, we can start with Scott. We
Okay.
could start with Scott, getting an estimate from Scott, I suppose. And we can think about some other people. How about that?
I wonder if there are those that specialize in ponds.
I can
I
tell
don't think
you
so.
that, is it Hughes Brothers did the dry hydrants over in Carmel.
They did?
Yep. Have you seen the one that they put the cement, they're doing them all over there that way, the same way they do them down south, they take those well casings
Yep,
and they'll,
well tiles.
well tiles, and then they put those in the pond and then put the pipe in those. So the
Yep.
silt is drawing from that thing, and then they put like crushed rock in the bottom of the well tiles.
But see,
That's
they're
what they
even
did.
dry.
Yeah, that's what they did at the brook.
Yeah.
They had to divert the water and dry it up, and that's what they did at the brook in Carmel.
Call Hughes Brothers.
I would say you could call Hughes
Doesn't
Brothers.
cost anything to call them.
No, not, right. Call Hughes Brothers, especially if they've done them, tell them what we got going on out here.
Yeah,
If we can do this like
Pronto?
pronto,
Okay.
because like I said, it's dry, we gotta have it.
All
how
right.
low is that pond? I haven't been down by there.
How low is it?
Yeah,
Oh, it's probably maybe 5 feet.
So let's do this, Cindy. As soon as you get those estimates, let us know. And maybe we could have a quick meeting and let you know,
yep,
and we could discuss it, again. So, all right?
Yeah.
Just, I'll let her contact us and then contact you and yada yada. Okay? Anything else? Yes, Linda.
Yeah, I've got the forestry grant papers here, for you to do whatever you want with. The procedure with that, which you might be able to use for some of this, but the money's not gonna be there quickly. You put in, get it approved, you usually don't get the approval till the end of November. Last year I got it like the first day of January, or the last time I did it. And then you go ahead, spend your money, and then you get your reimbursement whenever. But I have paperwork here, whether you could use it to.
We already got it. We got it today in the mail.
Yeah.
So you got the forestry grants done? Okay.
Oh, because I've
Okay.
got one here that just was mailed September 9th, so.
Yeah, we got one today in the mail.
Okay, you guys want to move on to rescue?
I've got one more
Oh,
question.
okay.
I need to know, we've got a fire meeting tomorrow night, and I'd like to know what your pay schedule is going to be, and what you're going to pay for and not pay for on this. The schedule that we've been using has had, for fire, it's been $10 business meeting, fire calls, training 20, work sessions 20. Then rescue went EMS 25. For the EMS medical, the driver was getting 10. Business meetings and work training were 10. When I brought paperwork all down and the checks were issued this time, and then I asked Cindy what, because they didn't quite match up, what they were being paid for, she said they were being paid $20 for fire calls and $20 for
Training.
Training, yes.
Now,
I
is
think-
that what the schedule is now? Because this does not match up with what
I
the
think
guys
that's
have
what
been
we,
filling out for 6 months.
Glenn sat right here and agreed with that money.
yes, I think we agreed with that a
Right.
couple of years ago, or a year, at least.
At
No,
least a
because
year
it's
ago.
changed twice. It's changed twice since
Well-
we started paying. So this is why I want to
We-
make out when it's right.
Okay, so you've got it right, $20 for a call and $20 for a training. That's correct.
Okay, and what about the drivers on the rescue side?
$20 a call.
Is that what we came, for everybody, $20 a call? And
$20 for a training.
I'll write that right down.
I'm pretty sure that's what we agreed with Glenn with, isn't it, Cindy?
Yep.
He was sitting right here the night we discussed it.
Yeah, I'm all set. Are you, is that okay? Okay,
I
Linda?
just
Yep.
want to know
So-
so I can explain to the guys that
Yep.
the slips they've been filling out for a year aren't right.
Okay, so $20 per call, $20 per training for fire and rescue. Okay? Rescue, August. I think, we've looked at that, but Chris, you have given us something here.
Yes.
You wanna take the floor for a minute?
I'm actually not prepared to have my own copy back. Pretty curious.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead, I got
I'm
that.
sorry, you want to look at the report that
Oh,
I'm giving you,
these.
right? Or do you want to go right to the
Oh,
truck?
no, we
the
didn't,
truck
I
issue.
didn't put that in. I
Okay.
was just gonna explain to them that
Yeah.
that's gonna change.
So, we're talking about the rescue truck.
Okay,
So it was taken in 2 weeks ago on Tuesday, or the 30th, for some brake repairs that need to be done. Freightliner came out and did inspections on all the fire apparatus as well as the rescue truck, and reported to us that the brakes need to be looked at. So I brought it into Bangor Auto and Truck, which is where we've done all the work on that truck since we've gotten it. And they gave me an estimate of, let's see here, roughly $2,055 to bring it up to safe standards. That included some front wheel bearing work, front disc brake service, rear brake lines, and a stabilizer bar bushing issue. Well, as well as plate length, but that wasn't very expensive. So when I got the call of the estimate, I immediately made contact with Tom Robinson, who at the time was the acting chief, as he was in the position of the AC, and the chief's position was vacant at that point. Made contact with him told him what the situation was. I asked if, if he wanted me to proceed with it, knowing most likely that he didn't, and he agreed that at this point we did not want to get it done. So I went over to Bangor Truck and talked to the guy in there. Basically found out, is this truck safe to drive? How long can we run this truck
Right.
until it's, becomes a hazard? And he wouldn't really commit to a time, so I threw out a month, and he said, absolutely not. It's definitely not safe. He said part of the brake pads and calipers were cracked.
Mm-hmm.
So in the rotors, they could, part of the brake pad specifically though, could crack off and jam the wheel. So upon learning that information, I contacted Tom, and we definitely made the agreement that the truck needed to be taken out of service immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Trucks run hard, as soon as it's out the door.
Right.
The nature of the work. As I was coming back from Bangor, the truck was smoking a little bit and smelled like it was burning. So the truck was taken out of service. The fire department's equipment, which would be the jaws and the things that go with that, were put on another truck, and our jump bag was put on the engine as well as a backboard. The rest of the equipment just remains on the truck. So while I was at Bangor Auto, I also had them print me a report on work that's been done on the truck so far,
Okay.
since we've had it. So the first work was done April of 2014, and through that time to the 30th, not including the work that needs to be done that was quoted on the 30th, the truck's had $2,812 and some odd cents worth of work. So this report's pretty nice. So customer history report is the one I'm looking at. It tells me the cost per mile driven, and it's $1.12. I asked the guy, not being a person that knows trucks or anything like that, what a normal cost per mile would be. And he said for a normal half-ton, he didn't really have anything compared to it in ambulance.
Right.
But what he said for a normal half-ton commercial vehicle, when the price is getting up to 20 cents a mile, that's really very high. So we're almost 6 times that.
Right.
So taking that information into account, and taking also into account that we've only spent $4,000 for the vehicle when we acquired it in 2014, it didn't really make sense necessarily to have it fixed right away. And I came and had a meeting with Tom and I, and Cindy and Brian was there to discuss, the future of what we wanted to do with the truck, and to get some sort of direction. So right now, or the results of that meeting for that was, Brian said to go back to the group, because we had the meeting on Thursday and our regular business meeting was following that. So we went back to the group, found out what everybody thought we should do. Should we fix the truck, keep it, or should we find something different, or should we, something different that's used, or something different that's brand new that maybe better suit our future needs. So we went back, Tom and I went back and talked to the group, but we really decided that the short time frame, and it was asked that I come back with a suggestion or recommendation or some sort of input on it. But in this short time frame from Thursday to today, there's been no real time to research what would be best.
Okay.
So at this point, I just asked for more time,
Okay.
seeing what there is out there for used vehicles, what it would be to get a new vehicle for us,
Right.
really better suit our needs.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think, whoops.
Oh, go ahead.
I think part of what I was thinking too, when speaking with Tom, he was kind of thinking out loud, making statements that, of how the vehicle is used. It's used in the wintertime, and sometimes your victims are put inside to
Right.
warm up. He made a comment, I think, about a long vehicle where if somebody had to lay down,
Yes.
I mean, with these considerations, that would kind of dictate the type of vehicle that we'd want to look at, correct?
In some aspects of it, yeah. So something that was long enough to lay somebody down, the frequency of that being necessary is very little. But it could be met with something such as a Suburban,
Right,
or a
right,
Tahoe,
yeah.
or something of the like that's long and it's got extended.
That's kind of what I was talking about,
Yeah.
if you guys could, you had some sort of suggestion on what direction to look.
Go along with what he said, we gotta use it also as a rehab, as you know.
Right.
If it's gonna be a rehab, it's gotta be big enough for people to get inside.
What's the rehab?
Cool down.
So
He just asked.
yeah, the rehab is basically when we're on a fire scene, rehabbing the firefighters so they can go back and do their work. That is a good point, Dwight, but that sort of environment can be recreated outside of a vehicle. Not many, I'd say very few really, first responder groups like we are have vehicles that are ambulances. But,
Maybe like a van or,
well, we're sort of thinking of a Suburban, something like that can go off-road.
right,
Let's say there was a crash on one of the snowmobile trails, it was packed down enough, we could take our vehicle into the trail. This current vehicle, we couldn't do that with.
right.
And it would be more adaptable.
Tom had also mentioned like an extra cab pickup where, people could sit in the back
That's right,
and be
yeah.
warm. And
Right,
the
Yeah.
boxes on the back could hold the necessary equipment,
okay.
that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I just want to caution that we don't get something that doesn't fit the needs of
Right.
what, both the departments.
Maybe
need.
you guys
But-
could do a little Googling, Craigslist, whatever, see what's out there for sale, give us a price range. If, talk to your other people, do they want to fix the truck, do they not
Right.
want to fix the truck?
I feel very strongly not to
To just,
throw good money after bad.
Yeah.
Plus keep sinking money into that
No,
truck.
no, if we're gonna do something, I think we gotta do it right. Do the math, if you amortize it over, the lifespan is what, 10 years? This truck's 20 years old.
yeah, this is a
that's-
97 that we're talking about,
Right.
yeah.
And one of the other concerns that was brought up by the group, which I think is valid, is, because we were talking about, should we fix this one for now and then look at something in the future? And that concern being the time frame.
Right.
How long is this going to take
Mm,
to get this in place?
yeah,
So it would really depend on the application on how long it would take, and of course, this group's or the town's decision on money to be spent.
okay. Go ahead.
At this point in time, like he said, all the EMS stuff is on our lead engine.
Okay,
So the only ones that can take them trucks are firefighters.
okay,
So none of the rescue people can drive that truck.
okay,
So anytime a call comes out for EMS, that engine, if it's called upon by rescue, has to go.
Okay.
Just so you know.
okay. But most of your EMTs have go bags
Yeah,
and
all
stuff in their
our-
cars.
That's right, so there's two type of calls that we would need that extra equipment for, that wouldn't already be going
Right.
as a result of whatever the call is, so that the fire department would already be going to. That being an overdose type call or an allergy type call, because there's specific medicines in that jump kit that is not cost effective for all of us to have.
Right, okay,
That being Narcan and epinephrine.
okay.
So for those specific types of calls, we've set into place that we'll ask the fire department to be told and
Okay.
bring in.
So what we'll do, let's come to a final thing here. So you're gonna kind of talk with your group, see what the general consensus is. You know what our general consensus is to not throw good money after bad.
I don't wanna fix that truck.
But we certainly would like to have like a price range, and then we can go from there. Do we try to take money out of our funds this year? Do we put it on the warrant for next year? What do we do? How long should it take?
Right.
That kind of thing, Chris. If you want to do that,
Yep, I absolutely will.
okay.
So I'll come back with, sort of three, a price range of three, brand new, exactly what we want,
Right,
used, and then somewhere in the middle.
right, okay, yeah. Yeah, three to five kind of examples would be awesome.
Yeah.
Like you said, this is the oldest, this is the newest, here's some that would be acceptable, that kind of thing. Anything else, Chris?
Let's see here. So some of the other things Cindy and I have met a number of times about with going forward is use of the back room, because as we know, the trailer house or
Right,
the office space is no longer viable. It's just, it's
yeah,
a
that's,
challenge. So, there's been some sort of disagreement on whether or not we would be willing to use that back space. So we've come back, and I've discussed with the group on Thursday that we will be using the back office corner space,
okay,
pending the modifications that make it suit our needs,
sure,
within reason, of course.
yeah,
With the caveat that we will still have a computer set up at the other station
sure,
to address the concerns that some staff had, safety and night being so far off the road and, winter concerns.
sure, sure.
So, but going forward, we will use the back room after it's been upgraded to what we need.
Do you want to tell me, you want to tell us what the upgrades were?
The upgrades were modifying a couple of doors
Yeah,
for those offices and a petition.
okay,
Putting a door in between, a locking door in between the middle classroom and that room.
sure,
Originally, it was petitioning off where the little kitchen is to make another storage supply for the training
Right.
equipment. And, telephone lines, upgrading the electric, and internet.
okay. Was that all in that,
That was
that,
in that $6,800
that you had
that
initially?
I had done.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay.
But,
We didn't budget for that though,
we
did we?
didn't, and that's the question now, we're, we need to figure out, we didn't budget to supply the double wide
Right,
another year, and we didn't budget for the $6,800 to fix the back room. So I'm thinking that we're gonna have to make a decision.
where would we get the $6,800?
That's,
Could we do enough for now to satisfy them for less than 6,800?
yes,
Because you were gonna put the fire department in there also for that 1,600.
Right.
And currently, as I understand it, the fire department doesn't want to come up here.
Okay,
So
so,
could we do less for less?
and get them squared away?
we could. The biggest issue is the security system.
Mhm.
And, as of the renovations inside, we just have to upgrade electrical, and get the internet over there.
Right,
And,
Sorry, Cindy.
no, that's.
I'm not really sure how different it would need to be with
Then
bringing the
the original
additional
one,
fire
right.
of the fire department being brought up. The changes are pretty minor.
Yeah,
They're not specific to rescue.
right. They're
They're
pretty
not
minimal.
needs,
They're just
yeah.
creating some space and
Right.
creating some new
Okay,
space.
yeah.
And, if you're gonna have somebody come in, I imagine it'd be probably more cost effective just do it all at the same
Right.
time.
I mean,
But-
like you said, we really need to make a decision about that place up there. I want that's not
Yeah.
budgeted for. I wonder if we, any ideas?
Well, I think we've kind of known in the back of our mind, we're gonna have to have a special town meeting to address some of these financial things that were kind of
Right.
left up in the air, and maybe we put the package together, put that as part of it.
Okay,
I know time is of the essence.
right.
I don't
But-
think using that trailer anymore, or double wide, or whatever you wanna call it, is an option.
No, it's,
the ramps, all that's unsafe, it's full of mold.
right.
There was water running through that ceiling we used as a town office. It must be terrible now.
I do remember the
And the
ants.
underpinning must be bad, and the
And the
ants.
ants.
They
Well,
can't,
Ice.
can have gotten less.
Just the requirements, because of the insurance company, we're supposed to give them an answer one way or the other. I told them that, we were gonna budget, or we were gonna try to solve it at town meeting. They haven't come back to see, but they wanted a new roof, they wanted a new front
Right.
deck.
They want a new ramp.
That's gonna be $6,800.
Oh, yeah,
So
all day long.
We can spend that money in here.
Right.
The $6,800 and sell that trailer for something.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if we'll ever get much for it, but somebody will pay something for it.
And I feel like if you're gonna do it, just do it. Spend the whole 6,800, do it upright, get it done, and then it's ready for whatever needs.
This was
It
gonna
could-
put a keypad, just like we have,
Yeah,
with their own security code for that back room.
okay,
It was gonna upgrade the electric for their computerized, it was gonna get them
phone line and,
phone, it was gonna be, phone and internet over there.
right,
And that included the, fiber,
okay,
which they didn't, I don't believe, budgeted for this year,
right.
so.
So, guide us, how do you wanna proceed? I say we fix it up, we either have a special town meeting or vote to do something.
I agree with Brian, I think with this truck thing and with this room thing, I
Okay.
mean, special town meeting, if we
Okay.
can work on it and get it settled, get a
Okay,
plan in place here in the next,
Just
Month,
as soon
30
as
days?
possible.
right,
We can do it 30 days.
yeah. So get us your information back, Chris, and we'll move forward. Kelly?
Just one question. Would that include fixing up the bathroom so you don't have to sit on the floor and there's actually a floor there?
what bathroom?
The bathroom in that room?
That bathroom in that room's coming out.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use the bathroom right in
That's a
the,
kid's bathroom.
I
yeah,
didn't realize that. That's why I was asking.
There's bathrooms in the main gym.
And that won't be a problem with the separate security systems
Nope.
getting through?
We don't use that one for that room anymore. We don't set that one on the other side because nobody hears it but the people in the building.
Okay.
right. Okay,
And if you're in it for wrong reasons, you're not really gonna care.
And down the road, once the building, the plan is, or one of the plans is the girls' and boys' bathroom is to convert one of those into the showers that are needed, contamination showers.
okay. Awesome. All set?
No, I have two more things.
Okay,
One of the other things we've been talking about,
Tell them that's what we're here for.
right?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah.
Is paperwork security. That was a real concern that was
Yep.
relayed to me by Cindy of this group. So with that, I think a couple of the new filing cabinets are in order that lock.
Mhm.
I saw one of those fireproof file cabinets under your desk, and they were those Sentry. I think one of those would be in order. I don't necessarily think that needs to come directly out of our budget. I think that is in order for personnel records and things like that.
You need 2 or 4 drawers.
That'd be to determine. I'd have to look into that a little bit further.
Okay.
do you have any filing cabinets here, just older ones?
There are 2 of those small ones.
Maybe that
I
don't work?
actually have, which I can look into, the school gave me, there's one in the back room, a fireproof, that I could get rekeyed.
Mm-hmm,
The top drawer is missing, but the other 3 drawers are fine, and it's the lateral. It's
And
big,
we'd
it's
love to get
tall.
that out of the rec
Oh,
closet.
so like,
And if I can get it rekeyed,
well,
then
what I
we can
was,
put a lot of our files in there, which would free up those 2 little ones. And then, all we would have is just the one, because we have those 2 little ones and then the big one in the corner that everything's in. But I'm thinking 2 or 4 drawers, at least, one of those,
Yes.
if not 2 of them, we could.
I think that would
let-
satisfy.
because what I did was I had a locksmith come, I just had some plain ones, and I had some mishmash ones, and I used them all up, but he came and he put a bar on the filing cabinet that flips over, and I literally have padlocks all across the top of them, so,
That would address certain of our training files and things like that, but I think the personnel files And, protected information like that really should be in a fire
Sure,
protected.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the MMA grant is coming up due. We've been talking for a while about getting some turnout gear for the rescue squad.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done some very, very preliminary research on that. And it would be about $7,000, and that's probably in the high end.
Okay.
To equip the current medical personnel, licensed medical personnel we have, with that. And turnout gear. And as I talked to you about, I just realized I didn't include boots in that, so that price should be a little bit more.
Is that 4 people, Chris?
That's correct. That's for 4 people. So the jackets are $1,000 and the pants are about $600. And that's a rough number, that 7,000. That came from just an internet search with the distributor Granger. And there are different solutions out there for that. So again, this is just very preliminary. But using the MMA grant, if it were to be awarded, we would be given $4,620. That would be the MMA's contribution. Our contribution would be $2,380, which we have budgeted for.
2,380, you said?
That's correct.
Yeah.
And that's a rough number
Mm-hmm.
because, like I said, we'd have to add the boots and helmets. So that's coming up here due September 30th. It's got to be at the MMA office in Augusta, August 1st. I do have some calls into some vendors that sell that equipment directly that would come in and measure us, make sure we were properly fitted for the equipment. That's the equipment that we've sort of been talking about a few meetings now, that enables us to get in the car with.
Is it the same gear as a firefighter's turnout?
No, it's actually less. It's a little less.
Okay.
What they call it is a USAR, so Urban Search and Rescue Gear.
Mhm.
It has the NFPA standard 99 and 1974, I think, is the other one. So it meets bloodborne pathogens and the other, whatever that
So you
other
can
one is. Or it's not for fighting
I hate
fire.
to say it, but you can crawl in a wrecked car and help the person in the
Right.
car.
Right.
If I'm right, you can still go in the hot zone with it though at a fire scene.
I think you're right, yes. I think that's the second, the
Right, you can still go in the
1974.
hot zone.
So you're going to complete this MMA grant? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
With Cindy's help.
Okay.
Just to clarify things, Chris has agreed to be the rescue chief
Oh,
On an interim basis.
on an interim basis,
Nice.
and Tom is the assistant chief.
okay, good. Thank you very
Well,
much for
on an
that.
interim
Really.
basis is a lot better than what we had.
Right.
Okay, so you guys are all set with that, so we'll proceed forward with that.
Yes.
And so just, you familiar with the MMA grant, how that works? So, just a little background on it. It's awarded twice a year.
I did know that, yeah.
Okay, and it's $5,000 per year, per loss
Application?
prevention. Not per application, but per
Entity.
customer.
Okay,
So we didn't do anything in May, so
Mm-hmm.
we will be able to, if it's approved, be under that $5,000 requirement.
okay.
And then just sort of a broad thing, moving on from the grant. Going forward, Cindy and I are going to be meeting, we've already met a couple times, but we're going to be meeting, developing more sound level of policies and procedures,
Okay,
addressing those concerns that exist.
yeah,
We're going to work on getting a report to the town on equipment, inventories of equipment we have, our personnel, things like that, and just a more regular report. I don't know if that was that.
I didn't bring yours
Okay.
in, but he's gonna start doing the report for the
For the,
rescue
uh,
on a
Okay.
monthly basis.
all right. You can email them to her too, I mean, if that's convenient for you. Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
So that's-
job description for
Right, yeah,
the
that's
position.
what the interim is. We're just gonna work out, so there's no surprises on, well, why didn't you do this? I didn't really think I had to do that, X, Y, Z.
right, no,
all
it's,
right
I'm
out
all,
from the set
that's
from the beginning.
awesome, that's awesome, we just
Yeah,
need
we're
to,
all in favor of that.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely, it's all good.
And I think that's all I have.
Yes, Dwight.
On the statement you made about the fire department not wanting to come up here, there's people that do want to come up here.
Okay.
So it's not just the whole department.
Well, that's fine. You know
Another
what?
one of those administration things, right?
Yes.
It's- let's-
Separate the two.
Just keep reminding us.
Right, that's why I said, let's just get everything fixed up and put a welcome mat out and see what happens. That's all.
As far as when we do come up here, we will be bringing the truck, because that was one of the concerns that was brought up, you know, the truck's all the way down there, we're all meeting up here.
Right.
We will just be bringing the truck with us.
Okay, okay. That's great.
That didn't
Okay.
upset us or concern us.
Great.
Am I?
I am done.
Okay, just checking.
I've had my-
Okay, recreation. How was Newburgh Days?
It's next weekend.
Oh, it's next weekend.
It's on
Sounds where I've been.
Saturday. It's on Saturday. I'll tell you on.
Okay.
Actually, I won't tell you this
Didn't
one.
open
Right.
up and set foot.
It was so
I
great.
thought it was Labor Day weekend. Oh, goodness.
So it's going very well, actually. I did a little, we wanted to do a little fundraising to help offset things, and went wildly better than I thought. We raised $1,300.
Nice.
So Newburgh Day's paid for.
Good.
We have the fireworks will be there. Everything seems to be going swimmingly. We've got Troop 41 Boy Scouts who's coming out. They're going to help us out by doing the barbecue and help us provide us little kids to do little kid games and stuff like that. So
Good.
I
All
think
right.
we'll go well. Tell everybody to come.
Okay.
Pink night last month was, 2 of us showed up. But we're gonna do it again this month, and hopefully we'll have a few more people. You know, one of those things you gotta build.
Yeah.
This time it's a birch tree.
Okay.
In fall colors.
Fall cut.
Community Cafe, I know is going very swimmingly. I have not been able to attend due to work in a long time. But I know they're rolling right along, and it's actually become more of a community supper rather than Eastern Area Agency on Aging providing the food. It's more of a community supper thing where people are bringing.
Oh, nice, like a potluck. Good.
Yeah, it's
Good.
fun. And, let's see, the craft fair, we've got, the application out and available. I'm sure that Larry has been over and put in his application, or will shortly if he hasn't.
Who's Larry?
Larry Sawyer,
I have 1, 2, 3, either 7 or 8 tables sold.
there you go, and we have 20 tables, so,
Good.
yeah,
Okay.
so things are moving along.
That's a good start to
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
No
Here's my
more.
favorite one. Gary, is anything new with the library?
We're running right along smoothly.
Okay.
But we need volunteers.
You need volunteers. Can we put, is that on our website?
It is.
It is,
Every
okay.
place.
It's on the e-news.
It's on the e-news and
It's on
the
the website.
website and,
In another week or so, we'll be down to 2 people.
oh geez.
You can do some skywriting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I failed to mention 2 things for rec, because I haven't put them on the board yet, my apologies. We do have a bottle drive on October the 1st down here at the end of the road, 9 a.m. to 12. We will pick up in the town of Newburgh if you call the town office and let them know. So we will pick up.
Okay.
And 2, we're having a trunk retreat on October the 29th.
Oh, that's
At
right.
2 p.m. An alternative to trick or treat, because it's very hard to do in a town like this.
Okay.
And basically, we invite adults to come with their vehicles decorated, you know, their trunks, hence the trunk part, and hand out candy to little kids.
Nice.
We know we have 4 cars committed,
Tracy Martin wants to do one too.
5 cars committed.
Her number's in there.
So we're just gonna do it that way this year, and in the future, if it seems to catch on, we'll add things to do it, activities to it.
Awesome. At this moment, I'm going to say, before the town manager goes off, we have quite a list here. You folks are here for a clarification on the road over there. Is that right? Can we move to that? Because I can see they've been at work all day. And so, let me get out my paperwork on that. Hold on a minute. That's not it. Right here. So, this is for the predetermination of abandonment clarification for Helen Mogan. It's a legal opinion that we received. Helen came to us with some paperwork from, is this 2001 right here, right? that where the town, the municipal officers, excuse me, of the town of Newburgh met and determined that the roads or portions of roads set forth in Exhibit A which are attached are presumed abandoned. Okay. But what didn't happen was they didn't go back to, I'm just saying all this so the people listening get the whole story. Cindy did some research, and in 1972, in March of 1972, at the town meeting, there was an article to see if the town will vote to close the road from Van Wart's Corner in southerly direction to Winterport Town Line. So they voted, here are the minutes of that, and basically they voted to close that road, but they also realized it was a two-part event. Okay, so they determined they closed the road, or made it a discontinued town road. Hold on a minute. Okay, so this discussion, I'm kind of giving you the background here. This is the long way around. Discussion centered on the rights of individuals to use the town roads for recreation purposes. It was decided that a two-step process was necessary. First, to relegate the roads as private ways, and then to make them bridle paths and trails within the extent of the town's responsibility, to be decided at a special town meeting. So then later, they had the second part.
April 1st.
April 1st, that same year, 1972. And it said to see if the town will vote to lay out as bridle paths and trails for recreational purposes as outlined in Title 23, Section blah, 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 the following roads. And that road, correct me if I'm...
It's highlighted, I think on the second.
On the second page, right there. Road from Van Wart's Corner in a southerly direction to Winterport Town Line, known as the Giroux Road. And they voted to make that a bridle path. So, having read all that, Ed Barra sent this email. So this is what I'm going to read to you. He said, Cindy, in my view, the road you now refer to as Severance Road is a bridle path. The 2001 determination that it was discontinued by abandonment was likely not effective to strip it of its status as a bridle path. As I understand it, the town had previously voted to discontinue a portion of Severance Road. This basically made the 2001 action a nullity. It remains a bridle path. I'm trying to see if there's any other thing else in here that should be...
You guys actually sent me paperwork about that, because I put a fence up and the Mogans tore it down.
Okay.
And then I put it back up, and I they plow my whole driveway in every year.
Okay.
They're, whatever. But anyways, and I put no dumping signs up, no plowing on my property.
Right.
And I got a letter from your lawyer stating that it was a trail and bridle, that it was under that, and that I had to remove all my stuff. So just to say that the lawyer in the past, I have paperwork at my house that states that that is from the Littlefield Road
Right.
to the
Winterport Town Line
is a bridle path. So
Right.
I also have paperwork that your lawyer sent me.
Okay.
So
are you guys, do you have anything to add to that? Because that's what our
what
lawyer...
can we do to make the road stay open? Because I've got 30 photos of Mr. No, I don't actually physically have Randy doing it. But he's blocking the road off so you can't get through. And then you go up there, I've got video of Helen coming out screaming at me, telling me I'm going to jail, I can't go up there. And I was as nice as could be, I didn't lose my temper, but I just let her and I informed her that it's public access to it,
Right.
easement. But what can we do to keep the road open? Because people's horses are getting hurt. You can barely walk through there now. When we had the forestry service up there, 2 days later, he's built 10 more piles of brush. If there's a forest fire or anything up where you guys get access, you're not gonna be able to get up in there.
Really?
You're gonna have to go up either with a damn tractor or excuse my language.
No.
A tractor or a plow truck and pile the stuff out of the way. I moved the piles several times. A day later, they're back and bigger. And they're using the excuse that people are dumping stuff in Vern's pit.
No.
The only one that's dumping anything in anybody's pit is the Mogans are dumping roofing stuff and burning it in their pit. It's them that are putting it in there, and they're saying that it's Ginn's doing it and that Vern's doing it. There are people on the Winterport line that live on the other end that are having issues with them also, because Randy's going up, cutting trees, dropping them in the trail, and taking boulders and everything else and sticking them in the road. And you go up there, they follow you up and harass the hell out of you. You know, and I was telling Cindy, it's gonna notch up.
Yeah,
Somebody's gonna lose their temper,
right,
is what's gonna happen, you know what I mean? And
right.
it's not right that we pay taxes and we can't use it because we have bullies that live at the end of our road that can't mind their own business.
Right.
You know, they go from day to day, who they're gonna
Right.
pick on or whoever.
Steve?
You know?
Can I take my tractor up there and move the rock?
I'll go with you. I was gonna put a game
I don't
camera
know
up
why
there.
you can't.
I think it
either.
says in one of our documents that people
Now, let
can.
me, and in the document, you read in
I was
the
gonna
trail
suggest
bridle
a
law.
bulldozer or a skidder,
Well, then you guys can charge them for that. Any access in the trail and bridle law, if you read the trail and bridle law,
Yeah,
if there's damage or anything like that considered on that road or trail, the one that is doing it is the paid for damages and cleanup of the road.
say that again, the bridle,
The trail and bridle, if you're reading the trail and bridle, I can't remember which article it is,
But you gotta catch them.
but that's it. And I have permission from people on the Winterport side that are getting their property damaged, and Ginn's getting his property damaged, and so is it Vern. And, you know, how far do we go with this? Where do we?
Have any complaints been made to any type of law enforcement or forest rangers? Or?
I
I
called,
have,
yep,
and I think it
when,
falls under inland fisheries, not forestry service, because it's trail and bridle. If you read the law, that's what it goes back to.
cause
Is it-
Gary,
Said it was out of his hand, and then I
yeah,
had to
it's
see
out of
the
his
sheriff's
hand, he gave
department.
everything that I gave him.
Out of whose
I
hands? I
called,
didn't catch that. Out
I
of whose
called the
hands?
non-emergency number to dispatch when I got the complaint and told them that what was going on, considered it vandalism. They went up, a state trooper went up, he came into the dooryard, he sat for a few minutes, turned around and left. Next thing I know, Jerry Parsons comes in. So the state trooper called Jerry Parsons, and he came in and talked to me about it. He went up and looked at it, took the information, asked around trying to figure out, you know, what was going on and all that stuff. Well, Jerry, since this all started,
Has
retired a
retired.
week ago.
Yes, he died the day he came to
But
my
the
house.
last day he was on duty, I called him, because I had gotten the information I gave you, because when I first initially talked to him, all I had was, the, first town meeting. And so when I spoke to him, he said, Cindy, I gave everything because the cops have been called, they were up there, they were headed up there. I turned everything I had over to them, it's now a police matter. I haven't heard anything from anybody since.
what about, if the current fire warden, I mean, if they're blocking a right-of-way into a forestry area, I mean, would that concern the forestry
They're
department?
blocking their route for Hughes Brothers to get up to their pit and their land.
Right,
Because it's between the Mogan's pit and the Harriman, I think
Hughes-
Harriman Brothers.
Hughes Brothers.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
between their pit. I can show you pictures, I have 20 of them on my phone. And I was
So-
told there's even more up there now.
As far
That's
as
what's
keeping
running.
it cleaned out, yeah. Take the tractor up and keep it cleaned out.
Yeah, I'll do it.
'Cause I just don't think it's
Let me
fair
just-
for anybody. You know, you guys can't even ride a wheel if
I
you're
used to
there.
ride the wheels up.
The only thing, I mean, we'd have to go to the expense of, you know, putting up game cameras and trying to catch
I'll put
somebody
my
doing
game
it.
cameras up there. Like I say, I have permission from landowners on the Winterport side
Yeah.
to do it because they're getting stuff.
That's the only option we have. We don't have any of those, so.
because it is a trail and bridle path.
Yes.
It is determined as that, and it's
Yes.
just
Yeah.
that, that's what it
Well, they tried
is.
to do that years ago, block it. You guys had to send them stuff. Chuck did. So right before I moved into my house, they had done it
Yeah, it's,
15 years ago.
Well, we had this problem back when Lois was down office. You can get over the attorney and they said, no, they put big boulders right at the end of the road. Move them. You can't block it.
yeah,
You can't block it.
and they're probably aware of that, though. So I
Sounds
just,
like it's going
but
to just keep
until
escalating.
somebody steps up and makes them move it, literally makes them move it and
They're
keeps it
gonna
out of
keep
there,
doing it, yes.
they're gonna think that they can do whatever they damn well want to that road.
right,
And nobody's gonna do anything to their ass.
They've damaged my property, killed trees. Like when Chuck was here, he died, Mr. Ames lived next door to me. His lawn got wet, so they decided they were gonna run a culvert where he already plows all his stuff on my property anyways, but put a 10-inch culvert in the ground, and now I have cattails that grow in my backyard.
Yeah.
I mean, that was without my permission on my property. He tore half my apple tree down, blocked my driveway with half of the apple tree, and I say something, they just wanna, they're very confrontational, I'll put it
Yes.
that way.
Yeah.
They're all right one-on-one, but you get them through, all I need, the three of them together, yeah, no, literally, I've
Yeah.
Linda?
had some huge issues since I've been.
I've just
doing
got a
that.
question, because I remember back in '72, I wasn't here, but before that, this went around and around and around about closing these roads. And I guess my question is, if somebody gets hurt on that road, if like
It's a
on both
discon-
sides of the road and somebody get hurt on the road, I know we had opinions from Lou Stearns, a dozen different people, that the owner was still liable
No.
for what happened
Only
on
me,
the road. Is that thing that you've got there now saying that?
It doesn't
the owner-
it doesn't address that, but I don't
Is in
believe
the
that you're
general
liable
bylaw,
for,
And that is if you go on the property and get hurt because it's public access control, well, it's written, that the landowner is null and void. So
At your own
anybody
risk.
getting hurt on it, you're at your own risk,
Yep.
when it's stated in the trail bridle.
Because that went back and forth about a dozen times back in the '70s and back in the '60s even, when Sandra Johnson's trails up there, because they didn't want to be responsible.
Part of this legal opinion from the lawyer, number 3, removal of obstructions if the municipal officers have determined under subsection 2 that the way is a town way or public easement, and a court has not ordered otherwise, the municipality or a abutter on the way, acting with written permission of the municipal officers, may remove any gates, bars, or other obstructions in the way. So with that, we've got to have give them written permission to move stuff if that's what they would like to do. But I don't think it's gonna stop there.
Well, I take it and I throw it way down over a hill, and I'm like, he's got nothing to do, he'll move he'll literally from here to the door, down over a hill, he lugs everything right back up on it. Obviously, he's got nothing to do, you know what I mean? So, but every time it just gets more and more, you know, and it's just only Sonya. She had, I think, $1,500 worth of damage she had done to her horse because of him putting stuff in the road. He puts rocks. It's like a checker pattern. So if a horse steps on it, they're gonna have to have the horse lay down. It's gonna break the leg.
right.
You know? And I use it once in a while, but I see other people go up there, turn around now, see that they're getting yelled at, harassed, and they can't make it through.
Right.
You know, and that's,
So
we're all taxpayers. And
I don't have no problem, I've gone up, I've taken the grandkids up through the wheels, and she's never said nothing to me.
Yeah,
At all.
they don't like me.
But
so I stick up for
Since
myself.
this is all, right, since it's come about, you know, I went up, what, a month or so ago, and there was rocks, and there was dead logs, you can see where they dragged them out of the woods, so
Yeah.
somebody did, you know what I mean? I'm not saying they did, but it was out, I'm going, really, you gotta be kidding me, you know what I mean? I've been in town for 55 years, and I've never had an issue with ever using a road in my life.
I know, especially when we all use the discontinued town roads around here.
And there's
So.
still more, you know, towns in the road discontinued anyway.
Right.
People still try to block it.
So has Hughes Brothers gone in there lately, you guys? Do you?
They moved their stuff, I think it was a month ago.
Was it?
They went up there and they had to bring equipment up to move it. Move the stuff out of the road.
They Hughes
moved
Brothers
it
had
out,
to
yeah,
move.
they cleared it so they could get up into their pit. And.
Their pit's in Winnipeg.
Yeah, but they come in through the little
They
field
come in
road.
through
Yeah,
the
they come in
7th.
through
Right.
Newburgh.
Right.
How does Vern get coming through this? Were there too?
Again, no,
I would think he would come in that way, wouldn't you? Come
I've
in.
never seen get up on that side though.
No, I know he wants to, get
Yeah,
it, so.
yeah.
Well, I guess you could just document, and call, and document and
That's
call.
why every
And,
time I go up there once a week, take pictures and move everything.
yeah.
And it's always more. So,
Well, it could be a tank one, but it can be used one for a big D9. Just drop the blade, go right straight through.
I think that's. I
That
just-
clears it up
that-
for everybody, I hope.
Yeah, I just wanted you guys to. I know that's why you came, and just wanted you to know that. And that's what
Now
the.
we have to work on a solution.
Yeah.
We all know what it says.
Right.
They know what it says. It may not solve the problem
I agree.
by just putting a bunch of paperwork
I don't
on the
know.
table in front of certain people for them to look at. They may tell you what you don't want to hear, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah, there should
do.
be consequences for, realistically, for what they're doing.
Yeah,
There must be something that can be done to keep them.
So
from
have
doing
you
it.
talked to that gentleman down on the Winterport side?
Jonathan, I can't remember his last name.
You
though.
said that he and you were gonna put
Game
cameras up.
Yep, yeah, well, I've been to his house twice and he wasn't home. He works like I do, he works
Yeah.
40 hours a week.
I think
so-
that's the, you know,
It'd be nice if they could work in conjunction with law enforcement too, so that we've got a trail.
right.
yeah. So I'll get a hold of,
Do you know who the state trooper was that was over there?
Nope.
No.
I was a sheriff.
I will get a hold of
Oh,
the forestry department and see who they sent it off to.
Mhm.
See whose hands it is in now, and I think it's possibly the deputy that came and seen you, I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, he's talked to me for like 2 seconds and then went up there. He was more on the harassment part,
Yeah,
you know, with them coming out and showing the video and
and I
stuff.
have the contact for who, where to call to find
They
out
come
who
right down to my
Jerry's
house and tried to
replacement was.
Fight me before, because of snow
And it
plowing.
might be an
They plow my yard in and
IFW issue.
I
I
asked him
can,
not to, and I was plowing it out, and all 3 of the boys from down there come down and Chuck took his glasses off, and they were all ready to fight, but
Yeah.
I didn't let it go that far. I probably told me about my equalizer.
I think you're handling it very well. I think you're doing the
I
right.
used to when I was younger.
Yeah, I think you're doing a very good job. It's gotta be
So
frustrating.
just document, and if we can get cameras up there and.
Yeah, and I would contact whoever you've been, in law enforcement, whoever you've been talking to. It might not hurt to call Hughes Brothers and
And inform.
and get their statement, because they do have a pit up in there. They do have a right to go into their pit.
Mhm.
And I guess that's about it. I mean, anybody else have any other
Would you keep
comments?
us posted too on the
Absolutely,
progress?
I've been right telling every time I run into something or get harassed by my Sydney.
Yeah, because I want to know what the end result is. It's not just, we spent 15 minutes talking about it, okay, there's the paperwork, says ABC. If nothing happens with us looking at this and talking about it, we're not getting anywhere.
Right.
Something has to be done.
Everything else,
Do you have to give him written permission to remove the stuff, or no?
Yes, according to
Yes,
this you do.
according to
So,
this, you do.
Okay.
Well, I'll take one, go ahead and go up.
The municipality or an abutter on the way, acting with written permission of the municipal officers, may remove any gates, bars, and other obstructions.
Want to do it in the form of a motion and
And I
then
can do a.
do a
thing
paper and then we can sign it?
Okay, all right. Okay, you wanna,
Yeah, move that we authorize abutting landowners on, what's the name of the road again,
Seven.
please?
Seven.
The Seventh Road to remove all obstructions that bar the way.
all in favor? I'll second the motion, excuse me, I second the motion. All in favor? Okay, it's 3-0.
May I ask a question? Are you sending a copy of the letter that you guys got to them?
Have you? Have we?
No, I haven't, but I will. I figured she'd be here tonight,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I wonder why she didn't show up.
I was expecting it.
I could tell you that, but I won't. Basically because she's afraid you guys are gonna be here.
Okay,
I'm just trying to explain that for the other people that have had complaints that actually use it that are not here. They complain a lot about it, but like I told them, I go, that's why they do what they do, is because none of you guys, you get half the neighborhood crying about it. But
Helen really,
you're not gonna only-
she
you're the only two that
honestly,
showed up.
Helen honestly believes that she owns that road.
Oh, absolutely. There's no- the whole-
That is what's
my
in her
property.
mind, that you guys and the Vital Pass and everybody in four-wheelers and cars and horses and walking your dog are walking on her land.
Yes.
And she believes,
She wholeheartedly. believes
wholeheartedly,
that.
that's the word.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
she does believe that.
Mhm.
Well, she should be here to hear about the law then.
I will send her a copy of this.
okay. Okay.
So, and I'm
When she heard she was on the agenda, she decided she wasn't coming. And she thought Pam and Randy were here to sign that
For the- Yeah, see, that's,
Well, that's,
letter.
them are nice people that, they're two good kids. Them guys are great people, and they get a lot of crap from them too, over nothing.
Yeah.
It's kind of horrible. Oh, I think so, those are awesome. Thank you, guys.
do you really, well, that's kind of,
We ought to do that while they're here, then, if that's,
That was perfect to do that.
is that okay with the
That's
neighborhood?
absolutely
Okay.
awesome. We all appreciate it.
stop
We've been
sign.
wanting to put
'Cause the-
signs up,
the-
people to slow down.
The intention
They
was
are-
just to
they
slow
run the
people
line.
down at such a blind intersection. I mean, if I had a kid out on a bike, I would want people stopping in all
My
three
teenager
directions.
boys, I wouldn't even let them out on the road, 'cause people go by the house 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It took a few days for them to
Yeah,
realize
I
that
believe
they were
that,
there,
yeah.
You know, but now 90% of the people are stopping.
Nice.
Going slow, so it's, we really
Yeah, it's
appreciate
nice
that.
because the dump trucks don't, you know.
They-
Barrel through there, right, okay. So I mean, you talk to other people, it's
Yes,
all
yeah.
good? Okay, good.
Everybody, like with Pam and Randy next door, they've got their kids now. You
Yeah.
know? All of us have animals and
Right.
kids, so
Right.
that's great.
Right.
It's
Good.
nice and quiet, and I used to have one person that's in there.
Okay, all right, you guys. Thank you very much. I just wanted to make sure, I knew you guys had shown up that. Okay, so let's go back to the town manager for a minute. We're gonna flip-flop here. Cindy, hit it, road salt.
I just want to let you know, I ordered and should have been delivered, 4 loads of salt.
Okay,
Should be down there. And, roads.
what did you have for roads? Was it the stop signs?
Oh, yes, well, the stop signs are further down, but the roads, the Chapman Road, I've had calls on about the gap. And the driveways, remember the driveways that were supposed to be ground and feathered or whatever? Scott is coming back and do those, and the shimmin on the Chapman Road, if you notice on the Chapman Road where it built up, the
Right.
Chapman Road side, there's a gap. It's like this between where he
Right,
built
it's
up
4 or
and the
5 inches
pavement.
deep.
Right,
And they are coming back and fix
addressing
that
that,
all.
okay.
He is doing the salt sand shortly, because he has a couple of people that are freed up here and there, so he's gonna do it sparingly
Okay,
when they have a few minutes. They are gonna get on the Dahlia Farm Road, just as soon as he gets the crew freed up.
okay. So they still got to pave Dahlia Farm?
Yeah,
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
they haven't done that yet, okay.
yep. Postage machine. As you know, last week when I tried to do the tax bills, I had an issue with the postage machine.
Right,
We pay $48 a year for this postage machine, because it was gotten years ago under a good deal, and they just keep renewing the contract. Well, a lovely thing, like everything else, is
worn out,
going by the wayside.
Yeah.
It's an analog, if you know what that means,
Yeah.
having an analog phone.
yeah,
This is an analog postage machine. Everything now is digital
right,
at $40-some a month versus $40 a year. So eventually this is gonna get phased out. I don't know when, they couldn't tell me, but I'm assuming in the next year or so. So we're gonna have to start thinking, do we want a budget for one of these $48 a month machines, or do we wanna just go back to buying stamps? I think $48 a month is a lot for what we put through it. It's great for tax time and lien time and stuff like that. But like I said, $48 a month versus $48 a year, I think that's a bit much for what we use it for.
you do think that, okay, I was just gonna say,
You know,
what is your
I
usage?
think we
on it?
need to, I don't think, myself, I may not be here when the issue comes around,
Right.
but when it does, that's what it is. Changing to the digital is.
Where are you going?
What do you mean by that?
Well,
Yeah, wait a
year or two
minute.
down the road, guys. But, yeah.
I quit already if you're leaving.
Right.
I'm not going through this.
I would agree, I would totally agree.
We got a workers' comp reimbursement check back. I gave you a copy of what that came back. We did really good
Yes.
this year.
Hold on, I did have it right here. Right here.
We got $1,019 back.
Oh, well, that's not bad.
Stop signs.
I'm gonna leave, but can I ask one question on salt sand,
Sure.
on the salt? Who's gonna be there when it's delivered?
Scott was there, it's already there, it's in the
So it's
building.
dry,
Yeah, it's
it's
in the
not
building.
wet?
Should be fine, he didn't call and say there was any issues.
Okay.
It's already in the building?
Should be, it was delivered last Thursday.
Okay,
He was gonna have someone there to push it in the building.
okay,
All right.
okay.
Did
Yeah.
you get the crack in the wall fixed up there?
No.
No, you didn't do that.
No, we did not. Good night, thank you.
Thank
Bob.
you.
No, we did not have that guy come in, because by the time we got the second town meeting under our belt, it was too late, and the sand salts already has to be put up, so, has to be put up when it's dry, so. We did not do that, so we got $1,000 back from the workers' comp. Okay,
I
fence
had-
agreement,
A fence agreement. I had sent you a preliminary with a couple of, Ed's been a little confused with these roads, trying to deal with the two different items of
right,
the Seventh Road and the fence on Tapley Farm Road. I gave you a copy of the original one, that he gave me last week,
Mhm.
which I had to change the names of,
the road.
the roads.
Yeah.
Cause he was confused. He sent me a revised one today, which he's now confused because
Right, he's got,
bridle paths.
he's got. right
So,
up there.
this one is fine, the one he sent today.
Right.
Which I gave you a copy of, other than just taking that word out.
Okay.
He's changed everything else, I believe, and so,
Yep, okay,
I don't think I'm gonna, bug him to
right.
just take that out.
Do you need any kind of motion from us?
This was agreed upon a while back.
Yes, it was.
For me
I-
to do this and sign.
I agree,
with them.
yes,
So,
yes, okay.
I just wanted to.
So this will
look at
probably
it.
be done within a week?
Yes.
Okay.
I will get a hold of them and get it taken care of and get it filed.
Okay,
We had complaints on the stop signs, thinking they were too high. Eric from Wellman's sent me this paper that I gave to you.
right,
He said he can lower them another foot, but according to these standards, safetysigns.com,
right.
they're where they
They're where they should be,
should be.
yeah,
I did talk to Randy about trimming the lilac. He knows that has to happen.
okay,
I'm not sure if he's gonna do it. I gotta go up, find time to go up and
okay.
see. I wasn't sure whether he had plans to go do it, but I can call him back.
Maybe when you call Pam about this, you could talk to,
Yeah, if not, we'll
Sorry
have to
about
get somebody up there to get rid of more of that lilac. And I almost think Randy was of the understanding that they were gonna have to go,
yeah,
the lilacs. So,
well, let's hope.
yeah.
That's okay, okay. What in the world's next? How about, are you all set with all you have
I
anything
am.
else, Cindy?
Yep.
I wanna go to old business, driver's list and background checks.
I have got all the, I have not got a driver's list. And I have got all the background checks from rescue.
Okay,
I have not gotten any from the fire department.
okay. Do you have any idea when, oh, I should have asked Dwight.
Well, we've got, tomorrow night, we've got a meeting.
Okay, okay. Okay, we'll wait for the driver's list and background checks from the fire department. Policies. Did you expect me to read that policy book?
Do you wanna have,
That's,
Just say
that's
you
probably
haven't
not
done it
even
yet.
here.
do you wanna table that again? And-
Yeah, let's table that again, and if you send us an email reminder, I'm sure Brian did it, but I didn't do it.
Should we read your policies?
See, I told you. Did
He's
you
a
read your
good
policy
student.
book?
I got more time to read than any.
Okay. Let's just table that, and I promise I'll do my
Remember I
homework.
reminded you were smoking too close to the,
I'll call you. I'm on the phone all day anyway.
Call me a couple of days before, would you? Okay, how about the chimney repair for the fire station?
Okay, so, I was informed that the chimney needed repair at the fire station.
Okay,
So, and I know it's not up to code,
right.
and I know it's gonna be expensive to fix. Which, I don't know if you want me to, I don't know who would repair it.
What are our options here? It's just got, so from the heater to the chimney is just regular stovepipe. Is
There
that
is
what?
no chimney.
There is no chimney.
There is no chimney, it's just stuck out through the wall.
Regular stovepipe
It's in
comes
the
out of the
attic.
heater to an elbow and shoots out the back of the building.
Goes stovepipe into an insulated attic,
Mhm.
out through the attic wall, straight out underneath. Stovepipe. Installed by the fire department themselves.
Okay, so,
Is he the,
At least a double wall pipe?
no, it's stovepipe, literally stovepipe, Steve.
so, let's see. Can we call a heating contractor? Would they install a metal asbestos chimney up through there?
Gonna have to cut the roof. Cause
What
the
are our-
legal one's supposed to go up through the roof.
What's that? A legal one is, yeah.
Supposed to go up through
Right,
the
this doesn't go through the roof, it goes out the
Out the back
side,
of the
right?
building.
Okay. So,
It's gotta be done, we may as well get somebody
Right.
that does this, get an estimate.
isn't that
so
a
we
fire
know.
hazard?
Oh,
I
yeah?
would say, isn't that a fire hazard at the fire station?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's a big fire hazard, isn't it? Okay, so let's just do something with it.
Luckily, it's not a wood stove going into it, it's just a furnace, but
Still,
still.
that's not near code, not even with a mile of it.
I think we need to fix that chimney. Then I think we need to have the building inspected, again, like I said, by a certified building inspector, so that we know ahead of time
What's gotta happen?
what's gotta happen to that fire station, how bad it is, shape it's in, and whether we need to make our plan in the long term is to build a new fire station down here.
Right, right,
Well, we may need to step that up or something somewhere along the way.
yeah.
Yeah, we can't just go, have a budget meeting, and all of that, 20 budget meetings, go to a town meeting, budget everybody, and then all of a sudden, well, by the way, the chimney screwed up there, well, that's $4,000 that nobody budgeted for.
Right, right, that's the problem, you're right. We should have a
Well, then
building
the electrical
inspector.
system, I swear that electrical system is nigger-rigged as far as you, excuse me,
Yeah.
excuse my French, but
Jury
Not
rigged,
French.
it's jury-rigged.
jury rigged,
I just get hot under the collar. 'cause
Yes, I know.
I've been up in that attic. I've seen that building.
yeah,
It's not safe.
okay. Well, there,
But we either gotta make it safe, again, we
right,
gotta do something with the fire pond. We gotta do these things that we're doing and do them. Not talk about them.
right,
Do them, get them done.
okay.
So it's not 6 months from now, we're still thinking about,
And how to do it,
now they're gonna turn the furnace on.
yeah.
What are we gonna do with this?
So, let's get somebody to go in there and talk about a metal asbestos chimney or what our options are. Any suggestions on who to call? I mean, I know
I
DA,
don't know.
a company like DA Pearson or,
Who's, I'm trying to think of who are, is it
Lemon
Weber?
oil, I don't know.
Weber
I don't
Head
know if
River
they
is
will
our
do
River.
the
supplier.
chimneys,
So, I
All
don't,
of
they
them.
do installs, I'm
Yeah.
assuming they'd give
All
us,
of
Let's start there.
yeah,
There's also another furnace there, correct?
yeah, there's one in
Then
the other
I think we
building.
should have them both inspected.
Okay.
Can you use the money that you set aside for painting the building to cover this emergency and then give, kind of put that at a lower priority?
yeah, well, we might have to. I mean, the chimney would
It's only
be,
been sitting there 3 years.
Exactly, but if the building burns down, a new paint job's not gonna do much.
right, exactly.
Especially a fire department. Let's-
Yeah, if there's a fire hazard at the fire
There's a
department.
lot of
This
money.
sounds like it should be done before it gets cold.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money sitting inside that fire.
Yeah, that's my
station.
point, yeah.
The other
In
chimney,
rolling
I believe,
stock.
is fine. It is the metal asbestos or
Right, metal asbestos, yeah,
Goes up through the roof. I think that is perfectly okay.
okay.
But, I'll call Dead River first
Yeah,
and see, have them give me an idea of what needs to happen and
Okay.
a price.
yeah, just an estimate to get it through
Yep,
correctly and
yep,
that sort of thing, okay.
okay.
Who came to you with the chimney repair? Was that like an insurance, was there an insurance inspection or anything at all?
No one of the,
Just somebody?
Gail told her.
dear one told me.
Yeah.
Okay,
I guess luckily he did it, we would never would have known the difference.
Right.
it would be kind of embarrassing if we
Should
burn our
we
own
take
fire
action on
department
getting a
down.
building inspection as well? Get rolling on that?
Yeah, you wanna,
If you guys don't want to, it's okay.
No,
no, I would
for
like to have the building
I think it's
assessed.
an easier way to make some sort of plan on what we're
You've got
gonna
to
do
know
with
what
that
you're dealing
building,
with.
what
Right,
we're gonna fix.
Because we've all sat on
What
the
we can
budget,
budget next year.
right, we've all
for.
sat on the budget committee, if you don't do it in the spring,
Right.
there's no money for it when the
That's what
problem,
I'm saying.
yes, let's figure
When things come
out.
up, just all of a sudden, we don't have the money to just all of a sudden magic it
Right,
out of thin air.
right, you gotta plan for it.
Because it hasn't been appropriated by the townspeople or anything.
A building inspector. I can try to find you a building inspector. You want me to do that? Like a
Keith Tremblay, there's a bunch of them out there.
Yeah.
Good stuff, actually.
home inspector, or somebody that maybe does commercial buildings,
Yeah.
maybe? Okay.
It just seems like this happens over and over and over about different things. We don't have the money to even think about what, we're always searching for, where we're gonna find the money, where we're gonna find the money.
Well, if you know about it ahead of time, you can
Right.
budget for the money.
Right,
You
that's
can
what I
say,
mean.
this is for that, and... Okay, so, that's the chimney repair. We've already done the predetermination of abandonment. General assistance ordinance.
Yeah, I didn't realize it until after we were too close to this meeting. We need to do, adopt the general assistance ordinance, so if we could have a meeting, a quick meeting, we have to have a public hearing and then a meeting for you to adopt it.
Okay,
And it has to be done by the 1st of October.
okay.
So, if we could, set another meeting, whether it be early in the morning, just a quick one,
Okay,
to open a public hearing.
You'll
Usually,
advertise
nobody
it.
has it, yeah,
Right.
nobody has anything to say, it's just adopting the general assistance
Or-
standards and
okay.
guidelines as they puts through.
Can you do a morning meeting, Skip?
Mhm. If we do it like at 8 o'clock,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like 8:30 after she,
right,
Yeah.
she opens up.
yeah.
I still rely on my wife for rides now, so.
You want to do it this week or next week, Cindy?
No, we gotta do the 7 days, so.
Okay, why don't you
like
advertise us-
Next Wednesday, or Tuesday and Wednesday.
21st?
21st? Wednesday the 21st? At 8 AM?
Yep,
You want 8 or 8:30, Skip?
I don't care. 8 o'clock's better with me, but
Okay, that's fine, we'll do it 8 AM.
and it shouldn't take long, you just,
if that's all right with Cindy,
that's fine,
Yeah.
you get it? Okay.
I'll go in between.
Well, we can literally open it at like 8:05
Yeah.
after you unlock the door
Yeah.
and,
So,
There's not much to it.
Yeah, it's okay with me too.
oh, sorry. Well, I know you're up and going through at that time.
I could be down here at
Sorry.
4 o'clock.
Well, I never-
Had wheels, but
Thank you, Brian.
You want,
Okay, so we're gonna have that general assistance meeting. Financial reports for July and August.
you guys,
Everything's
I did
all
wanna point something out, the reason that I put this in your packets, this is the page that you signed when we did the commitment,
right.
and if you look at your expense report,
Okay,
on the budget column, says current budget,
yeah,
on the very bottom,
yes,
the very end of it,
general
and you
systems,
look at the top part of this paper, this is where we get these numbers. They match this. This
Okay.
has to match this,
okay,
okay?
all right,
So your bottom line budget number for expenses is 2,106,636. And this one is 2,106,635.79 because of rounding,
okay,
okay? The bottom part of it, the deductions are your revenue.
okay,
So when you look at your revenue report, you see the same number,
okay,
2,106,636.
okay. So this is the net assessment, the 1,478,733 is our net assessment.
Net assessment,
Okay.
which is on your revenue, it's the very top number
Okay, got it right there.
to be collected from taxes. So I got that posted and get you caught up. I didn't put the general ledger in here. I can, but I just assume give it to you when I balance the checkbook, and I'm a little behind doing that.
Okay.
So, just soon as I get that caught up, I
No, you
will.
can't do everything.
No,
Have you had any,
Just can't.
you had some applications, right?
I've had some, interviewed two, none of them have experience. The two that I interviewed had experience that I thought would be helpful,
Mhm.
not municipal experience. And after interviewing them, I asked the question, where would you be comfortable if you were offered the job on a pay scale? One of them told me that she would want to be paid at the top of our pay scale, start at the top of our pay scale, and the other one, declined because the position she has, she gets a lot of overtime and we don't offer overtime.
Right.
There is one other girl, that in the applicants that I'm gonna look at. I mean, I got people, and it's common with municipalities, but they have, one girl's a paralegal.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, she thinks she's gonna come into big money and benefit packages. I mean, and a lot of towns, have them. But.
that's not,
Newburgh
but we're not on that list.
No. Town of Hamden just advertised and filled 2 positions, full-time with benefits, and they have a pretty good benefit package down there. And they are starting out with no experience at what we're offering top pay in that position right now.
Good luck.
Were any of the applicants local?
One was just over the Hamden line, the Newburgh line in Hamden. I did have somebody stop in today. She is a resident in town. I was really impressed with my conversation, and I told her to bring me a resume.
Okay, okay.
Other than that, the majority of the applications, their college credentials were from Dunkin' Donuts University.
Mm.
And the problem with that is,
Could you please pull forward? I think I've got enough jobs. Thank you, Steve. I'm trying to get one less.
And there is nothing wrong with those people, but they come in, they get experience, they leave for a better position.
Yeah.
I can't, down somebody for trying to improve themselves.
Oh, no,
but,
no.
I can't be the,
it was a joke.
yeah, I know.
It was a joke.
The applicants are pretty,
Oh, God.
like you two have been saying, it's pretty scary out there.
Yeah.
It's pretty scary out there.
Okay, sign the perk contract.
Yes.
This makes me a little nervous, but
Mm.
I still feel like this is a more stable solution to our trash problem. Do we, is this for
This
the,
is a signable one,
this is the what?
the one
Okay,
that you signed.
all right.
Town voted for you to do it.
How many years is this one, Cindy? That's what I'm trying to find.
You're gonna have to decide at least, on the
Oh, that's right,
contract, it's for
15
10
or-
or 15,
15 or 20.
or 15 and 20,
What was the 15?
$5 difference.
$5 difference?
Is it 89 and 84?
Yes.
Because I think the 84 is what was discussed at town meeting and agreed upon. Was it?
I think we talked about it at town meeting, but I don't think we picked a year.
No,
I
believe
think
it's
they-
left to the discretion of the
Right,
board based on
they-
what the contract came in at.
Exactly. I think that's exactly what it was.
But when is our contract out? Not until 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 2 more years on this contract.
Do we have to sign right now?
They'd
Okay.
like to have the commitment. You
They'd like
gotta
to-
do it before the year's out, because the vote the town took was for you guys to sign this. If you go past this year, then,
You can take 30 days to read it if you like to, or something.
You know how I am with the policy book. I'd be awful with the contract.
Well, at least give you a chance to try.
I
The
I would
policy
feel
book's
more
a little
comfortable
dry
reading
read.
it before I signed it. I have to say that.
okay. I think we can table it till that meeting.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we could address it. I mean, it's just 15 year, 20 year, this dollar amount or that dollar amount. But I would like to read it before I,
Put your name on it, go, it's a good idea.
yeah, I'm sure. I do that
I'm sure you
on a
do.
regular basis.
I'm sure you do.
Got
So
my
do you
little-
want that on the agenda for the 21st?
Yes.
With the,
Sure.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, I would like to read it
okay.
before we sign it, so.
The other thing on here that I don't believe I put on here was signing, the assessor's return that we have to send in, with the payment for our county tax.
Okay. Do you need a motion for this? For a signature on this?
Just so you agree to pay the.
$131,943.11
To the county.
to the county.
Mm.
That document is similar to the one I just showed you that you signed for our taxes.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
yeah. I know we,
There's some blanks that need to be filled in on it that
Yeah,
you're gonna,
I gotta put the, and I can postpone that till the 21st too. But
what kind of blanks?
Well,
Like she's
I gotta have the date of commitment and my name on it
Oh, all right.
and the
we can
taxes.
put the motion, get that out of the way, and then we can sign it.
Yeah, you can fill it in and we'll sign it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Alright.
Yep,
I'll make them, go ahead, Brian.
Move to approve the assessors return in the amount of $131,943.11.
I'll second the motion. All in favor? All carried. Okay.
So that's that one, just sign.
okay.
Is that it?
One more thing.
Okay.
I had a request, not sure, calcium on the old Kennebec Road. Have we ever done calcium on the old Kennebec Road?
We used to calcium all the
All the
roads,
dirt roads.
including the old short roads.
Because we have some, I believe, down in the salt shed left over. There was like a pallet and a half left down there. That, I'm thinking-
Kendall used to do them all. He did the short roads, the old short roads, maybe only once a year, but at one point we did them all, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes.
My only question is who would do that?
Scott did it last time.
He did?
Yep, he has a tank truck, I believe, didn't he?
Can we just check and see if he would want to do that while he's doing his sand salt out here? Could he do
Yeah.
it in conjunction with that? I'm sure they're calling because it's very dusty and
Mhm.
dry.
And he may wanna do the yard down there while he's hauling in and out.
Right, right. Can you just have a discussion with Scott and
Sure,
send us an email?
okay,
Is that all right?
yep.
He may want to do the Thurlow Road, so it won't be dusty when he drives by.
Which is what I was getting at. You didn't bite onto that very quickly.
Took him a
You beat me
while.
to it, I said, you want to do Helen's Road?
That's a discontinued town road, no thanks.
It's a bridle path.
It's a bridle path, that's not good for horses' feet.
Okay, anything else, anybody? Okay,
Could I myself get a copy of the paperwork that was sent to you guys?
sure.
Is that possible?
Copy of the
I'll come
paper.
in tomorrow.
Yep.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
I would
So
take a,
just So when if anything else happens, man,
Right.
an officer show up, whatever,
right,
I can show them that we have the right to, and also, how can we show that if she brings up the point that we need written permission or whatever?
She's going to do a letter, we're going to sign it.
Okay, right,
Yeah.
great. That way we have that proof too, so we don't
Right.
get crap. You know what I mean?
I'm surprised Hughes Brothers didn't call. I mean, that's,
They don't go up there very often right now. They've cleared most of their pit out.
Yeah,
So
oh, yeah.
as far as what they have processed, I guess.
Right.
that's no issue with that.
okay.
But that benefits her anyway, because her gravel pits up that road too.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Why wouldn't you let the trucks go up there? And anyway, Chris, it was nice having you, yeah, you, Chris. Nice having you here. I like all the discussion we've had. It's great.
I like that open discussion forum, real well.
Yeah, so I guess I'll make a motion that Linda?
Just, there's no chance of the prisoners doing the painting on the firehouse?
I haven't called them this year. Last year they ran into trouble twice. We scheduled them and they called and had to cancel because they didn't have a crew. So I haven't contacted them this year. I can.
Anything more done about the minutes? There's nothing since March still on the minutes? No minutes printed?
Just the audio and on the,
Just the audio, yeah. Audio and the recording. You know, this is our recorder, the town recorder. He records that and puts it online for the audio. I mean, you got one person in the office. It's a little hard for her to spend her time typing
I
up.
thought at one point, you had said that somebody had offered to transfer.
Somebody
you
was
did say.
looking into it, but it became more than what she wanted.
surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Okay, so I'll make a motion we adjourn at 7:45. We got a lot done tonight.
We did.
You guys want to second that?
Second.
You in favor? Thank you.